When you've spent hundreds of dollars on a console, paying another $70 just to actually play a game is the last thing you want to think about. Of course, we're all about saving you money on everything from AAA games to the best indie titles you should have on your radar. And you know what's better than saving you some money? Getting something for nothing. That's precisely why we've put together our list of the best free PS5 games you can play right now. Who knew collecting outfits and dressing up could be so fun? Definitely not me. But Infinity Nikki caught me by surprise. It's a relaxing kind of adventure perfect for unwinding after a busy day. While there are plenty of fun-free games on PS5, most of them seem to focus on rivalry and competition. Not here, though. In Infinity Nikki, you'll be exploring an open world, solving puzzles, and collecting more clothes than any wardrobe could possibly hold. Pretty cozy stuff. Last, but certainly not least, on our list of free PlayStation games comes this truly wacky battle royale. Super Animal Royale is, as the name suggests, a battle royale. The difference here is that you play as murderous furry fiends, armed to the teeth and rampaging through an abandoned safari park. The design's really interesting too. Instead of being a first-person shooter like lots of other free PlayStation battle royales, Super Animal Royale approaches things from a top-down 2D illustrated perspective, and, somehow it works. The game's immensely colorful and packed with items to loot and environmental objects to make use of, such as a giant emu you can mount, and a massive hamster ball used for flattening your foes. At the tail end of the last year, all rankings of the best free games on PS5 were shaken up by a Thanos snap of a launch. Marvel Rivals took the market by storm, and is still going strong months later. If you've been sleeping under a rock, Marvel Rivals is a superhero shooter very much in the vein of Overwatch. Developed by the Chinese company NetEase, the game offers a diverse roster of characters from both the pages of comic books and the big screen. Not every star made the cut, but plenty of them are here. Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man and Jeff the Land Shark. The point capture arena action is complemented by fun synergy combos and destructive environments. Marvelous. Been impressed with our selection so far. If you're still asking yourself what games are free on PS5, this Memops will be right up your alley, especially if like your first-person shooters on an epic scale. PlanetSide 2 is the sort of game that's easy to pick up and almost impossible to put down. You drop into a persistent battlefield inhabited by thousands of players, all looking to make use of infantry personnel, ground and air vehicles, and insane weapons to dominate the vast map in front of you. Customize your soldier through an extensive skill tree and class-based playstyle. Choose one of 3 empires to align yourself with, build out defensive strongholds, strategically expand your territory across 4 massive continents, and hold onto it to reap its valuable resources. World of Tanks is one of those games most people have heard of, but many skip over. And that's a shame, because it's a whole lot of fun. If you're not familiar with the game, you choose from one of 5 different tank types to do battle online against other players across a range of open-world maps. It's great fun on your own, but you can also team up with friends to take on others, combining strategic nous and outright military might to conquer your opponents. And it's not for nothing either. Victories earn you experience points, credits, and special items. You can use these rewards to unlock and purchase better tanks, equipment, and upgrades. Concerned about pay-to-win players? Don't be. World of Tanks includes a matchmaking system that aims to place players of similar ranks into the same server, so you won't be blown away within seconds of taking to the battlefield. Warframe is a fast-paced third-person RPG that's had quite the turnaround in recent years, with players flocking back thanks to new content and support from its developers, making it one of the most loved PS5 free games. You play as a member of the Tenno race, a group of ancient warriors with unique abilities and a special connection to the Void. The game takes its name from the biomechanical armor known as the Warframe that the Tenno wear, a small taste of the deep lore you'll discover when entering the game's world. Receiving regular updates in the form of missions, weapons, and warframes, and benefiting from a free-to-play model that allows you to enjoy the full experience without spending a dime, Warframe just had to be on this list. This game is so famous that it needs no introduction. But did you know it's also a free-to-play PS5 game? Previously a paid-for title, EA made The Sims 4 free to play in late 2022, meaning you can spend as much time as you like trapping your Sims in swimming pools and doorless rooms, finding creative ways to kill them off, or, you could be nice to them. Your choice. Either way, it costs 0 simoleons to boot up and play the Sims 4 base game. And if you end up wanting more of that sweet Sims stuff. As far as PS5 free games go, you can't get better than one of the biggest games in the world. Fortnite has continued to grow in size and scope since going free to play as a battle royale game in 2017. And if you haven't jumped in for a while, you might be surprised as to just how much there is to do now. Epic launched LEGO Fortnite, Rocket Racing, and Fortnite Festival as standalone experiences into the game. With the release of the Unreal Engine for Fortnite last year, players have been able to use the Unreal Engine to create and publish their very own games right inside Fortnite too. This is one of the newer free games on PS5, and you can tell that just from the gorgeous visuals alone. Fight your way through a series of increasingly challenging tournaments, exploiting and even destroying your environments in order to see off the competition and make it all the way to the finals. You'll need to be able to think on your feet, use strategic smarts, and have razor-sharp reflexes inside tournament arenas based off real-world locations. You can blow things up, tear stuff down, and set traps for your unsuspecting opponents, all in the aid of earning your spot in the grand finale, or should there be finale, and a shot at glory. Earlier in our list of the best free games on PS5, we featured tanks. Now, we're bringing you planes. War Thunder bills itself as the most comprehensive game of its type, bringing players MMO action in the form of military aircraft, ground transport, and even naval vessels. There are over 2,500 vehicles to choose from, covering classic 20th century classes to state-of-the-art modern combat machines. You've the option to play in PvP mode or solo in missions built around historical wartime events. There are over 100 maps to challenge yourself in. And whether your friends play on PS5 or not, they'll be able to join you too thanks to War Thunder being a seamless cross-platform game, meaning PC, PlayStation and Xbox gamers can all compete together. Next up, we've got a battle royale that takes the concept and puts its own uniquely dark twist on the genre. Building on the rich lore of the Vampire the Masquerade franchise, Bloodhunt sees you enter a modern version of Prague, brought to its knees due to warring vampire factions, and you're counted as one of their number. Pledge allegiance to the group that suits you best, whether you like a stealthy approach or prefer to go in full throttle. Make use of supernatural powers, grow in strength by feasting on the blood of mortal, and explore every inch of the city in order to hunt down your night-crawling enemies and claim it as your own. And now, probably the best free PS5 games that's all about relaxing. Actually, there's no probably about it. Sky Children of the Light has peace and tranquility at its heart. There's a story to this game that takes you through 7 dreamy realms in search of uncovering the mystery of the stars. From the creators of Journey and Flower, you're in for a calm, soothing experience. If you've played either of those games, you'll have a good idea as to what to expect here. It's been designed to offer one of the most positive experiences in any MMORPG, set up to allow you to meet new friends and connect with other people on a journey just like you. Children of the Light can be played solo or with a group of friends. We've put together a pretty tight list of games, sure, but there'll always be one we left out that might be just right for someone. The full list of free PlayStation 5 games just keeps growing, with more than 1,500 games at the last count. Obviously, we couldn't include them all here, but if you think there's one that definitely should have made the cut, feel free to sound off in the comments.